Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why the push for religion? Why the push for schools? Why, the push of the medical field and government, and how we are truly veiled. So we are veiled because of the boxes that the world puts us in. So think about from the time a baby is born. I have a lot of grandbabies that have been being born, and the one thing that just blows my mind is that they're immediately put in a category of a percentile of their length and their weight, and if they're holding up their head. And from the time of birth, we are literally put in categories, and those categories are meant to suppress us. And so what that does then over time, right, is it veils us from our true identity. We feel like we have to fit in this box. We have to we have to learn a certain way. We have to believe a certain way. But ultimately what that's doing is that veiling is shutting us off to our true authentic self and to our ability to think and stay connected to who we truly are. And so when that happens, then we lose our intuition to trust in ourselves and what we know, what we feel in our heart is right from wrong. So part of Yahshua's mission is to unveil us from the world, to take us back out of these boxes, and to show us just how codependent the world has made us on them, with jobs, with churches, with schools, with the medical field, in relationships, codependent on our parents. Everyone has to make the choice for us. And we quit learning to make choices for ourselves. Okay, we are here to learn to choose for ourselves. Okay, and Yahshua taught us and will teach us in that personal relationship to reconnect with back who we are, our true authentic self, and teaches us to stop being codependent on the world, who has literally programmed us of how to believe, and that you have to rely on a man to teach you religion. You have to, or to teach you about God. You can't think for yourself. Don't let it be how you think it should be. They're telling you how it's going to be. They're literally waiting for priests and bishops and prophets and whatever to tell them, oh, this is how it is. And then people are like, oh, okay, well, now we'll do it. The medical field, right? That there's only one way to heal your body, but yet our bodies were made amazingly by God, literally to heal themselves. The herbs were meant for medicines for our bodies that the earth just abundantly creates for us and grows for us. But yet we believe that we've been programmed to believe we have to depend on the medical field for everything. Religion, again, on God, our schools, you have to, everyone is conditioned and becomes codependent on you have to do it the way the teacher has told you how to do it. So then you grow up and you're in jobs, and what happens? There's no creativity. You're there in a job waiting for your boss to tell you, well, this is how the job's done and this is what you do. And you never learn to think for yourself. Okay, the world has literally made us codependent on the world. And breaking out of the mold and breaking out of the boxes that we do not fit in, that we were never sent here to fit in, is breaking free of all codependency. Rather that be in religion, in school, from in jobs and relationships, from beliefs that our parents put on us, whatever it is. Like, we are not to be codependent on this world. We are not to rely on the arm of flesh to teach us or to guide us. So if we can understand that, then we understand the importance of why we must step back into that true relationship with Yahshua, and why it's so important to receive truth from the direct source himself. And then he takes us back into father and mother's presence, and then they teach us even further. So the whole purpose of Christ is to take us back into the presence of Father. And Father, yes, he protects Mother. She is there. She is beautiful. She is amazing. She has absolute love for her children. She is a queen. He is a king. And it is glorious. And so if we can see that we literally have been conditioned in this world to be codependent on man, And it's time to break out of that codependency and become dependent on the true source of all truth and light, which is Joshua and Heavenly Father and Mother. And to return back to our true, authentic selves that was veiled from this world and all of its belief systems. So may we now look at codependency in a much bigger spectrum than what the world has wanted us to believe. Have a wonderful day.